welcome to another YouTube video. My name is Midiera, and today we're going to look at Retroskoi for the Commodore 64. Now this is a dual oscillator monophonic synthesizer, and I got this from the lovely people at rgcd.co.uk, which is a great website where they're still making Commodore 64 computer games and indeed music software such as Retroskoi. There's not a lot of information about this on the internet, so I thought I'd make a video explaining what it is, what it does, also where to get it as well. So yeah, from rgcd.co.uk, it costs £22 I think, and then a few pounds shipping, so it's about 25 quid in total, £25 within the UK. And you get a lovely, you get the lovely flashing cartridge there. You can see that illuminating my table. And of course you also get a box for it, which is quite nice, and a manual. Super important. When I bought Synthcart there's no manual with it, so it's quite difficult to really sort of get into it straight away. You have to go online and find out how to do stuff, whereas this, brilliantly, it comes with it. You also get an RGCD sticker, which is now a pride of place on my rack. Okay, let's have a look at Retroskoi. Like I said, it's dual oscillator. You have two oscillators at the top of the screen, and it's monophonic as well. It's quite a similar setup really to Synthcart in that you've got the full, you've got 2 octaves. No, sorry, in Synthcart you have only 1 octave, the top one. But in Retroskoi you have the full 2. So it's sort of, if you're a renoise user, it's basically, it's just like using renoise, an instrument in renoise really, in some ways. You've got the octave changes here. Good, and you also got, quite nicely, the cursor buttons will pitch bend up and down. Let's pitch bend down. That's like Wile E. Coyote falling off the hill there, and let's pitch bend up. The kettle's boiled. Okay, let's have a look then at Retroskoi, what we can do. It's very simple actually. I know immediately it looks quite daunting, but it's just an X and Y axis, and you select each parameter. For example, if you wanted the wave for oscillator 1 to be pulse width, you would select A and then 3. So it's just really a matrix. Everything you can see on screen there are all of the parameters within the software. So at the moment we've got a pulse width on the go. Let's have a listen to it. So you can see there's a little bit of vibrato on there. For each oscillator, you've got the envelope setting. So I'll press Shift and B, which will select the envelope parameter, and then let's put it on slow envelope. See what that does. Good. Okay. I'll put it back to gate because it's a bit more useful in the what am I doing? Demonstrating it. So we've got it on the pulse width. You also have a triangle wave. We also have sawtooth wave. We also have noise. Okay, put it back to pulse width. We'll do some pulse width modulation. So we need to press A3, there we go. You can see the letter H is pulse width depth. Let's put that on 3. And I'll just turn off the vibrato at the moment. Okay, you've also got a filter. Before we look at the other oscillator, you've got filter, which is parameter M. You can put filter cutoff very low down. At the moment it's on a low pass filter. Now, unlike SynthCart, you can't control this with a knob, which is a little bit, it's a bit of a drawback really. So the only way to change the cutoff frequency is by 3 button presses, which isn't quite, it's not ideal anyway. But you do have a filter modulation, which is letter N. Let's put that on quite high, and then we'll change the envelope to, I quite like the reverse one for the synth on there. You have also got the resonance. Let's put that really high, see what happens. See it screech. Yeah, so there we go, that's oscillator 1. So let's turn on oscillator 2. At the moment it's on mute. We'll put a sawtooth, so we're going to mix a saw and a pulse waveform together. Let's put the envelope on gate. And there is a detune as well, but we'll look at that later. Okay, I'm just going to turn off the filter at the moment. Let's put the filter on 9. It's a bit better. Again, like I did with the synth card video, you're hearing this direct into the sound card. There's no effects on it. I think a little bit of delay on that would sound absolutely lovely. Let's change the pulse width modulation. Let's put that on something quite high. Right, let's have oscillator 1 as a sawtooth. So now obviously the pulse width modulation will be doing nothing, I think, because it's not pulse width. But we can add some vibrato. Let's do that. Let's put quite a high vibrato depth. Let's turn the speed down a bit though. Sounds great, sounds wonderful. I love it, so pure. Let's go to the tuning. Let's detune the oscillator. Let's detune oscillator 2. Fatten it up a bit. also detune. Let's detune oscillator 2. Let's put it 2 octaves below. So that's parameter F down to 1. This will sound, I'm not sure if it would sound good. Sometimes 2 oscillators down is a bit heavy. Ooh, that's good. You can hear how fat it is. It's a real fat sound. And because it's monophonic, yeah, you can do little. With SynthKart you can't do that because it's polyphonic. When you press 2 keys it will just play the 2 keys, whereas this will... I'll try and move my hand so you can see what I'm doing. So because it only plays 1 note at a time, can work to your advantage. The other thing that Retroskoi has is, like SynthKart, is it has presets, so you can have preset sounds for those that enjoy that. Let's go. This is preset number 1. This is synth lead. What else? Let's try another one. Transistor organ. Ring mod bell. I like the sound of that one. Let's try ring mod bell. This is discovery. Sounds like a 7th. Oh, it's a 5th, isn't it? It's a 5th. And if you want to save your own presets on it, the only way to do that is to remember the parameters you've written down, but it's not very complicated. For example, you'd write A2 for sawtooth on oscillator 1, B1 for having the gate, and so on. So you only need to you don't need to write down much, and you can save it. Let's have a look finally at pure pulse mod. And there we have it. There's an overview of Retroskoi for you. I'm going to start using it in tunes and stuff. It's much better to be playing it. This is just an overview of what it can do. And it's from the lovely people at rgcd.co.uk. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you later.